Kinger, do you want to know what I think?
I do not care what you think.
Some constructive criticism.
Do not get misleaded and think that I do.
Fine.
What's that smell? Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
Why don't you ever listen? Let's go. Think about anyone but yourself. Alright, let's do this. I don't care what you think, I'll keep acting that my shit don't stink. So don't blink or I'll fuck what you think and tie your mind in a knot so you can't smooth out the kink. I don't care what you think, I'll keep acting that my shit don't stink. So don't blink or I'll fuck what you think and tie your mind in a knot so you can't smooth out the kink. I'll tell you what I'm all about. First let me unblock my snout and force feed your spliffs until your lungs tap out. No doubt, that's me, I'm the sickest guy you've ever seen. Purposely trying to green to fry out my own spleen.
Kinger, you're boring.
Without any warning, I repeatedly punch that guy in the balls until morning. And done the boogie woogie with the nearest hoodie, wearing knuckle dusters, especially just to give him a noogie. Rapping's alcohol, and I'm paralytic, and if weed was cooked up by a chef, I'm his biggest critic. Yeah, I'm a freak, and when I speak, your knees go weak. You get a tweak and try to sell MCAT some beak. Okay, online I'm a bit of a geek, trying to sell a nuclear antique to some Dubai chic. It's time to chillax and block world domination, inspired by a cloud of my own intoxication. I don't care what you think, I'll keep acting that my shit don't stink. So don't blink or I'll fuck what you think and tie your mind in a knot so you can't smooth out the kink. I don't care what you think, I'll keep acting that my shit don't stink. So don't blink or I'll fuck what you think and tie your mind in a knot so you can't smooth out the kink.
Kinger, why don't you pretend to be someone you're not?
Cause I've seen a lot of rappers rock from signing a line with a dot. Or stay crawling around in the underground where your album flops and you have to bust ground for £1. This guy, he loves internet trolling around, but you're gonna need more than a spade to take a dig at my sound. You may act like a pimp or walk with a limp, but I know you're a wimp who really likes to dress up as a gimp. You be the chimp and I'll be the musical gypsy. You can dance round when I get stoned and tipsy. Reality, I have a button basher mentality, using the same move cause I forgot how to do a fatality.
Kinger, with that kind of tone, you're on your own.
So I flipped the guy upside down and then gave him the tombstone. Look, you can run but you can't hide, cause I'll grab you and turn a power bomb into a last ride. I don't care what you think, I'll keep acting that my shit don't stink. So don't blink or I'll fuck what you think and tie your mind in a knot so you can't smooth out the kink. I don't care what you think, I'll keep acting that my shit don't stink. So don't blink or I'll fuck what you think and tie your mind in a knot so you can't smooth out the kink. I only go on TV if I get to be me.
But Kinger, you won't get very far if you give your music out for free.
It's irrelevant, that's the guy I wanna be, crawling around in the underground with an instrumental CD. I'm so dumb I wanna swim on the sun.
But Kinger, you need to learn how to walk before you can run.
I've been running for ages and my feet are fucking numb, so I put some newspapers down and did the backstroke for fun. That I have to do, I'll make a compromise like a fat dude saying there's a pasty tax, but what about the pies? I'm tired of everyone telling you lies. It took 1,000 tries but I put the record straight between his eyes. And that metaphor literally hurt, like watching that fat dude trying to insert himself in his own shirt in the dark, but doesn't realise that's his wife's skirt. Drops food on it but eats it without brushing off the dirt. It's getting old to me, everywhere I look and see an imitation of a hip-hop wannabe. It seems old to me, everywhere I look and see an imitation of a hip-hop wannabe. It's getting old to me, everywhere I look and see an imitation of a hip-hop wannabe. It seems old to me, everywhere I look and see an imitation of a hip-hop wannabe. I'm nasty, like white stuff on your pasty. Maybe it's icing, but that's something you should have thought nasty. Warning, if I draw an imaginary line, you cross it, ignore the sign. Technically your soul is mine. I get cyanide and anthrax to combine into a liquid form I can inject directly in your spine. It doesn't work like a jerk who goes berserk, punches his wife as a perk as he looks her in the face of a smirk. He thinks it doesn't count as rape if she isn't awake, records it, gets it wrong and then goes in for another take. This time he wears a superhero cape and slaps his dick across the face like until he's a sex tape. I might be just a one-man band, but you can't understand a simple command from a dying man's final demand. I'll let Richard Branson shake my hand if I get the naming rights to the whole of his island and call it KinGerland. It's getting old to me, everywhere I look and see an imitation of a hip-hop wannabe. It seems old to me, everywhere I look and see an imitation of a hip-hop wannabe. It's getting old to me, everywhere I look and see an imitation of a hip-hop wannabe. It seems old to me, everywhere I look and see an imitation of a hip-hop wannabe.
Oh man, I'm having such a bad day.
Alright mate.
Fuck's sake.
Well listen, yeah?
Oh,
If you're having a bad day, sit back, press play, and I'll make the pain go away.
really? You think that'll make me feel better?
Yeah. I'll write an essay on how to sell drugs on eBay, and when you pay, I'll send them in the post the next working day. But nothing comes, and now you're fucked like a tennis player with no thumbs, no chums, and can't bang his own drums. Face it, you could be there waiting forever, losing your mind slowly, trying to pluck a bird off a feather. Or as clever as a dominatrix rubbing an imperial leather, while you try to keep it together, naked in windy weather. Ironically, there was only one outcome.
You're as dumb as ordering drugs online with the last of your income.
Hey, my mum said being rich you'll get feelings that are numb, and for fun I should exit the council estate slum. I took it to the next step and put explosives in my chewing gum and paid a hobo to throw it at your window and run. There's no need for me to act like I own a gun, cause I'll just hijack your car and run you down doing a ton. If you're having a bad day and nothing's going your way, all you have to do is hit play and I'll make you feel okay. And if you're having a bad day and nothing's going your way, all you have to do is hit play and I'll make you feel okay. I'm a great magician, behold my power. I'll travel back in time before a terrorist taste got sour, and grab his head and launch him 100 miles per hour off a twin tower, and use his blood to feed an opium flower. He moans as I devour and pick through his bones, whilst I chase after his misses with sharp sticks and stones. It never got me far, people thought I was bizarre, like looking at your own brain, pickled in a jar, or watching a movie star trying to trade a cigar with a homeless guy for a 2-string acoustic guitar. I'm such a genius, I made the whole of NASA suck my penis, cause I said I had a space shuttle that could reach Venus. No sweat, I only lied to get my dick wet, so don't forget if you lose you have to fuck the fat bird as part of the bet. The stage is set, but before I begin, will I go fast or if I sellotape myself to a jet? If you're having a bad day and nothing's going your way, all you have to do is hit play and I'll make you feel okay. And if you're having a bad day and nothing's going your way, all you have to do is hit play and I'll make you feel okay.
What a day, what a day. So much paperwork here.
Is it 5 o'clock yet? Get out of there.
What's going on outside? Some guy just turns up on a Harley.
It's pretty big, man.
Full on levers on with some 80 shades. Oh, he's coming in. Hello, my name is Barney, think about it later.
Hi.
I am a rapper from Austria, looking for a record label called King Size. Can you help me?
Yeah, you're in the right place. Why don't you take your seat over there?
Quickly.
What? I'll be right with you,
I haven't got all day, I have to get back to the chopper.
Okay. Well, let's get straight to business then. Have you got anything with your music on?
Fuck you, I perform live.
Alright then, well let's hear it.
Okay. So, fuck a trumpet, I own a whistle, and get pissed off when people call me Fritzl. I'm from Austria, Europe's ghetto. We even swap guns for Lego. Whoa, 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 whoa. Why are you stopping me? What is wrong?
I'll be straight with you. You'll be good if you weren't so terrible. I think you should make movies, but that's my opinion.
I do not care about your opinion. I want record deal now. Shake my hand, I will let you live.
I am not shaking your hand. Keep it away from me.
I wouldn't shake your hand as a dare. I'd rather wax your grandmother's facial hair. I wouldn't shake your hand as a dare. I'd rather have a dick shaped like a square. I wouldn't shake your hand as a dare. I'd rather get raped by a grizzly bear. And if everybody hates me, I really don't care, cause I'll torture your wife while I make your kids stare.
That KinGer guy's a dick, he even swims in his own sick. Mixes it up with chocolate and sells it on his nest quick. He's pretty thick, he gets a mouse and kills it with a click. What a prick, everyone's already heard of that trick. One hand in a handcuff, the other blazing the green stuff, and a bucket next to me for when I've clearly had enough. I'm not gonna stand here and pretend that I'm hardcore. You're more likely to see me with Tom Cruise doing parkour. Behind the trap door is me in a Jason mask, and my primary task is to drain your blood into a thermal flask. Funny enough, I always seem to come last, like an Olympian competing with his whole body in a cast. If being done was an achievement, you're top of the class, like a jackass who runs out of weed and tries to smoke grass. Whatever the weather forecast, don't ask, cause I'll trespass and cover his whole lawn with little bits of glass.
I wouldn't shake your hand as a dare. I'd rather wax your grandmother's facial hair. I wouldn't shake your hand as a dare. I'd rather have a dick shaped like a square. I wouldn't shake your hand as a dare. I'd rather get raped by a grizzly bear. And if everybody hates me, I really don't care, cause I'll torture your wife while I make your kids stare.
I kinda sound the same talking, unlike when I'm stalking Stephen Hawking when he's giving a speech on walking. I'll sell a Taliban man some sand, or trade it with Mr. Fantastic for a giant elastic band. I could even make a deal for the hair straighteners of Russell Brand for a fat guy's sweat gland and 100 grand. There's so much I got rid of on broadband, I even sold Richard Branson Abu Hamza's old right hand. I'm a king without a legion, with a mission to get a Norwegian and make an incision between his neck and scalpel region. Hold on to your hysteria while I liquidize malaria and try to inject it somewhere between your scrotum area. It's me, the mental guy with a bit of a twist. I'm the monstrous creature you tell your kids it doesn't exist. I operated on him and no one offered to assist. I'll replace his hands with his feet and kick you in the face with his fist.
I wouldn't shake your hand as a dare. I'd rather wax your grandmother's facial hair. I wouldn't shake your hand as a dare. I'd rather have a dick shaped like a square. I wouldn't shake your hand as a dare. I'd rather get raped by a grizzly bear. And if everybody hates me, I really don't care, cause I'll torture your wife while I make your kids stare.
Yeah, okay. It's that time again. That time already, I'm still smoking my first one. Pull a Rizzle out. I've already done it. Rip some roach off the packet. I've already done that as well. Roll it up. Oh, okay. Don't worry about making an M roach or anything. Just roll it up quick. You only got a minute. No, I'm good. I've done it. So what's next? Put some rolling backy in that. Rolly, huh? Just a tiny bit. No fag backy. How come we're putting rolly in it? You'll know it burns down too fast with fag backy. Oh, of course. Can't really enjoy it. That's why we all use rolly. Alright. Anyway, moving on. Want your weed in your grinder. Grind it up. Spread it in the Rizzler. Yeah. Roll up the zoo. Spark him. Let's go. Wait. If you proceed to call weed the drug, then you might as well call Keith Lemon the Thug. I'm so pure, I'll make pub grub look like a race between a slug and a lesbian munching a rug. KinGer, you can't say that, I'm pulling the plug. Choice from a knife and a bat, but I still go for the club and hit him over the head repeatedly when I call him a mug and say not the panic, cause your mother's getting more than a hug. When I got off the step with a dub, I paused for a second just to appreciate the grave that I dug. Suddenly it became clear from the puzzle I pieced that all I needed was somewhere just to put the deceased. I already know I'm a big-headed goon. I'll break down a catapult just to use one part as a spoon. I'm never sure if enough has been said, but then I make another tune and I get more air in my head. Hello? Hello?
What? Who the fuck is at my door this time?
Yeah, sorry to bother you, mate. My name's Steve. I'm Jamie's mate. She gave me your number, mate, but your phone was off, so I thought I should come up and knock on your door like I knew where you live.
I don't know you.
Or if I get a draw, mate.
It's 7 o'clock in the morning, mate. What the fuck you doing?
Oh, sorry, man. Keep your foes far, but your enemies close. But if you own a car, you can run them over, I suppose. Decapitate the head, shoulders, knees and toes, and plank on his dead corpse and force his wife to take photos. Bury half his bones and watch as they decompose, and ground the other half into a powder I snort up my nose. Ever since I ate kryptonite, my stomach glows. So meet the evil villain with a bright side that always shows. Welcome to KinGersfield, where anything goes, and people rave in the shadows as a Facebook pose. We all know it's bros before hoes, and for those who oppose, I'll feed their wife to flesh-eating buffaloes. I have a disease, but nobody knows, until I chose to expose my dick and rubbed it on her clothes. I don't wanna hear about your highs or lows, cause if it's a stone away, I bet that crackhead froze.
I'm high,
but not in a legal way. So lean, now I don't know what to say. True stoner in every single way. Spark a spliff and get insulted if you try to pay.
I'm high,
but not in a legal way. So lean, now I don't know what to say. True stoner in every single way. Spark a spliff and get insulted if you try to pay. The police are just a bunch of fucking comedians. Why you stopping me, piggy?
Well, sorry for the inconvenience. I can smell weed and you have a problem with obedience, and I'll harass you till I find necessary ingredients.
What? The fuck my life? Sorry, I don't have a wife, but you do, and I have 24-hour access to a knife. Surely by now you must be getting the bigger picture. Fuck with me, piggy, and I'll leave you like I did that Hitcher. Punch you in the eye with a polo, bash on your thumb like a drum. Take your last Rolo and eat it before I'm done. I'll strangle Barbie girls with diamonds and pearls, and cut out the organs and send it to kids as sherbet and strawberry swirls. I'm such a goon, I thought the moon was a cheesy balloon.
Kinger, you need to get your facts right before you make a tune.
I already know this, don't think I'm a buffoon. I'm more of a moron, so get your facts right before you assume.
I'm high,
but not in a legal way. So lean, now I don't know what to say. True stoner in every single way. Spark a spliff and get insulted if you try to pay.
I'm high,
but not in a legal way. So lean, now I don't know what to say. True stoner in every single way. Spark a spliff and get insulted if you try to pay.
Kinger. Yeah, safe, man. You don't reckon you could sort me out, do you?
Yeah, man, what's up? What are you after?
Well, I can't afford a tenner, yeah, but I got like £3. Can I buy a joint off you?
Look, mate, I'm only gonna say this once to you, yeah? Fuck off, alright? You sound like a crackhead. Fucking sick of you people, man.
I ain't got laid in so long, honestly.
Don't panic. I am going to be your wingman this evening.
It's gonna go wrong.
I am going to get you laid.
Well,
Trust me, mate. Just listen. I'll lead the ladies on a path to your heart. Instead of a bow and arrow, I have a tranquilizer dart. With you till the end, cause I was here from the start. And if a wells fails, man, well, we'll find you a tart. I'll lead the ladies on a path to your heart. Instead of a bow and arrow, I have a tranquilizer dart. With you till the end, cause I was here from the start. And if a wells fails, well, we'll find you a tart. Here's a story about a guy who's never had a girlfriend. He doesn't smoke or drink and stays in on the weekend. Follows no trend and has to pretend to his best friend he got laid 2 years ago at a gig you didn't attend. He's getting old now and still lives at his mum's house. Wet stains on his mouth, scour on Facebook for a spouse. It didn't get him far.
Kinger, why do I need a car?
Cause if you don't have one, girls will just think you're bizarre. So pause the game and put down the guitar. Walk into the nearest bar and tell a girl how her eyes resemble resemble a star. Say that she has your heart in a jar and you urgently need a kiss, that or it just adds to the scar. I've introduced you to the first steps, so what's next? I don't expect anything other than a thank you text. So don't worry dude, I'll be your wingman, and if you score tonight you can borrow the keys to my caravan. I'll lead the ladies on a path to your heart. Instead of a bow and arrow, I have a tranquilizer dart. With you till the end, cause I was here from the start. And if a Wells fails, man, well, we'll find you a tart. I'll lead the ladies on a path to your heart. Instead of a bow and arrow, I have a tranquilizer dart. With you till the end, cause I was here from the start. And if a Wells fails, well, we'll find you a tart. The time is now for you to get a grip. And if that nice girl comes along, then don't let her slip. First things first, buy her a stiff drink and tell her how she looks amazing before you drop in the wink. Come across as a nice guy or she'll think you're just another dickhead who thinks that his shit don't stink. You broke the ice, now all you gotta do is make her laugh. Personally, I like to imitate a giraffe. Oh, Kinger, you're so funny. Listen, love, I ain't no dummy. I know you're only flirting cause you want my weed and money. I'll move on and try solve a right with a wrong and book the nearest hooker for you not wearing a thong. There you go. I'm only joking, man, you gotta stay strong. Meet new people, get out of the house and put down the bong. So take these essential steps and you will win. Or you can say fuck that, roll a roach and pull out the skin. I'll lead the ladies on a path to your heart. Instead of a bow and arrow, I have a tranquilizer dart. With you till the end, cause I was here from the start. And if a Wells fails, man, well, we'll find you a tart. I'll lead the ladies on a path to your heart. Instead of a bow and arrow, I have a tranquilizer dart. With you till the end, cause I was here from the start. And if a Wells fails, well, we'll find you a tart. Yeah, alright, love? Yeah, we're going now. Coming back to my mates. Yeah, okay. Basically having a get together. Oh, sounds great. There you go, love, get in. What the fuck? Yeah, fucking get the fuck. Yeah, dude. Yeah. I got you one. What? No, Kinger, this is not what I thought you meant when you said you're gonna be my wingman. What? I just wasted my time, man. Mate, come on, you taking the piss. You said you wanted a bird. I got you one. And let her out, man. Fuck's sake.
Yo, safe? What's going on?
Not a lot, same old.
Yeah.
What about you?
You heard of that new rapper yet that everyone's going on about? Who's that? What's his name? KinGer? Is that it?
You mean KinGer?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, he's alright, man.
Yeah, he sounds like a fucking dick, mate.
Really?
Listen to one song and that was enough.
Don't jinx yourself.
I know I'm not the best, actually, I think I'm the worst. But ain't it funny, since I came along your bubbles burst. It came in handy, all the voodoo I rehearsed. Now everyone who was against me seems to be cursed. I'm not the best, actually, I think I'm the worst. But ain't it funny, since I came along your bubbles burst. It came in handy, all the voodoo I rehearsed. Now everyone who was against me seems to be cursed. I wanna feed meat to vegetarians while I sacrifice Bible bashers to Hungarian barbarians. I like sport, but if you make me play squash, then I'll go to your next house party and piss in your mouthwash. I'm so posh, I'll happily offer the dosh to penetrate your mother upside down with your father's cosh. Oh my gosh, he's forcing my wife to nosh. She was like an emo chick, head banging in a mosh. Oh look, he's over there, everybody come quick. Stop sucking my dick, I'm homophobic. My mouth's so dry, at least I can say I'm so thick that I can light a spliff from licking the end of a matchstick. I think I'm gonna be sick. It's either something that I ate or the sulfur I just licked. You pick. So what can I say? I'm so dumb. If I had a loaded gun, I'll swap it with a kid for scissors and run. I know I'm not the best, actually, I think I'm the worst. But ain't it funny, since I came along your bubbles burst. It came in handy, all the voodoo I rehearsed. Now everyone who was against me seems to be cursed. I'm not the best, actually, I think I'm the worst. But ain't it funny, since I came along your bubbles burst. It came in handy, all the voodoo I rehearsed. Now everyone who was against me seems to be cursed. I have a potato peeler, so there's no need for a knife, cause I'll play hopscotch with your flesh after I skin you alive. If you learn to survive, then I'll give you a high five. Or I could lock you in a call center for the rest of your life. Shit, was that a solar eclipse? I saw your mother waddle past with a handful of tips. Her hips don't lie, cause they don't even exist. And it's surprising what people will pay for a saggy pair of tits. Fuck you! If you think I'm a fix, I'm like, that sounds sick with a couple of kicks. I got 2 others to go with your 6. I'm fucked up like doing a porno with a crucifix. Too late, I've already been sick, and it's a shame you can't remove the sulfur with a toothpick. And Jean-Claude Van Damme taught me a trick to make your bones click from a simple roundhouse kick. I know I'm not the best, actually, I think I'm the worst. But ain't it funny, since I came along your bubbles burst. It came in handy, all the voodoo I rehearsed. Now everyone who was against me seems to be cursed.
I'm not the best, actually I think I'm the worst. But ain't it funny, since I came along your bubbles burst. It came in handy, all the voodoo I rehearsed. Now everyone who was against me seems to be cursed. Once I knew this guy called Ted. It was 200 pound a Z and it still weighed almost as much as lead. And when I smoked it, my eyes went black instead of a pitch red. And I had to remind myself that I was stoned and not dead. Paying that much, it should have been bone dry. And now I've been bumped off by this 55-year-old bald guy. I asked myself, why did I not check if it was high? I won't lie, at the time it smelled nice and I thought I'd give it a try. All those drugs paid for his house and car. He drives a Jaguar and somewhere in town he even owns a bar. I bet he only got far from acting like a movie star and having the whole attitude of I don't care who you are. He was mega rich but done nothing but bitch, especially if his drug running ring encountered a hitch. I'm digging my own grave but it was more like a ditch. I was so busy I didn't hear the news that Ted was a dirty snitch. The old silly fool thought he was cool. Ted of the young ones, he was the biggest fish in the pool. He's the size of a midget but thinks he's 8 foot tall. And really I just thought he was the biggest dickhead I ever saw. The old silly fool thought he was cool. Ted and the young ones, he was the biggest fish in the pool. He's the size of a midget but thinks he's 8 foot tall. And really I just thought he was the biggest dickhead I ever saw. Suddenly he began giving me weed on tick. It was safe at first but then he started to treat me like a dick. A little bitch performing his next trick. I didn't like it a bit so I tried to quit and Ted almost had a fit.
He said, "KinGer, chill, I understand how you feel. Not the piss on your parade, but you still got $1,000 on your bill."
So I used my skill to thrash out a deal, but it didn't work, like as if I was driving and he had his hand on the wheel.
Honestly, Ted, it won't take me long to make that grand.
But I smoked most of my profit so it never went as planned. I thought about it and knew I had to bump him off. So this is for all the sandblasts that gave me a permanent cough. Next I did the booter and made a run for the hill with Ted just behind me with a shooter on an ecstasy pill. 1, I can't run faster than a speeding bullet. And 2, I'm gonna get outrun by a pensioner with a mullet. The old silly fool thought he was cool. Ted of the young ones, he was the biggest fish in the pool. He's the size of a midget but thinks he's 8 foot tall. And really I just thought he was the biggest dickhead I ever saw. The old silly fool thought he was cool. Ted and the young ones, he was the biggest fish in the pool. He's the size of a midget but thinks he's 8 foot tall. And really I just thought he was the biggest dickhead I ever saw.
KinGer, where the fuck is my money?
I ain't got it.
I've been ringing you and ringing you.
Mate,
You don't fucking pick up. You don't reply to my texts.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come banging on your door.
I've moved
I know where you live.
No, you don't. I'm gonna punch you in your fat fucking
Well,
head,
yeah,
mate.
I'll find you, KinGer. You can't hide forever.
Big talker, mate. Come
Yeah,
on,
come on then.
fucking have that.
What you doing?
Yeah, not so fucking big now, you little midget. Fly away, spark a fat spliff, sit back, relax, have a drink and do what I say. That's okay, don't be last with an empty glass. Pour another drink before you land on your ass. Fly away, spark a fat spliff, sit back, relax, have a drink and do what I say. That's okay, don't be last with an empty glass. Pour another drink before you land on your ass. Hi, I don't know if you can tell, you're a person, so I won't ask if you will. Keep toking away until your skin turns pale. Buy a bucket on sale before you begin to puke towards hell. My attention to detail was an epic fail. I used to go to show and tell where my talent was eating an L, regurgitating it to no avail. If craziness was measured by weight, then surely I was off the scale. You probably figured out I did drugs at school.
Mr. King, is that cannabis I smell?
No sir, not at all. I was too paranoid to be cool, what a fool. More intrigued by the most colourful walls I ever saw. I was a flat-out reject in class, where students in the mass would take turns in kicking my ass. No wonder I always came last in bringing up the past. It's kinda hard to have a fast wank in a body cast.
Fly away, spark a fat spliff, sit back, relax, have a drink, and do what I say. That's okay, don't be last with an empty glass. Pour another drink before you land on your ass. Fly away, spark a fat spliff, sit back, relax, have a drink, and do what I say. That's okay, don't be last with an empty glass. Pour another drink before you land on your ass.
I do have a crown, but it's a Burger King hat, and my throne is a replica of where Elvis Presley last sat. I heard he died on the toilet, if that's a fact, then I wasted my life idolizing a redneck aphrodisiac. Wait, why is everyone running away for?
Probably cause you're holding an axe dressed up as Barney the dinosaur.
I'll tell you about my mental disorder some more. My head's sore, both my personalities are at war. I tried to ignore while the chemicals pour down the walls of my house with rats on the ceiling and bats on the floor. I confess, maybe I live in a mess, so ashamed when I kidnap celebrities, I take them to another address. Will you like me less in the pit of my own cess? I'll give you the clap if I put you between my hands and press. And you call stress like a man in a dress who still questions his sexuality but originally took a guess.
Fly away, spark a fat spliff, sit back, relax, have a drink, and do what I say. That's okay, don't be last with an empty glass. Pour another drink before you land on your ass. Fly away, spark a fat spliff, sit back, relax, have a drink, and do what I say. That's okay, don't be last with an empty glass. Pour another drink before you land on your ass.
What happened to you?
What do you mean?
You used to be such a nice boy.
Well, that's what I made you think.
Where did it all go wrong?
Drugs?
It's such a shame.
It's a shame, I became the man to blame after selling your kids drugs and getting your wife in the game. My claim to fame was impersonating David Blaine to a point my lyrical magic could fool Michael Caine. I'll film it all and call it the Italian job, where I'll blow the bloody doors off and stuff a sock in his gob. Maybe I'm over the top, but at least I'll have a pop at any glorified snitch disguised as a cop. So what? I paid your wife to suck my cock, I handed over the money, looked down and shouted out, "Don't flop!" The feeling I got from my time at the top made me pause for a moment and shout out, "Don't stop!" It's me, the army of one. I'm more dangerous than a kid holding a gun. Disturbing like watching a fat bitch run to a tune that was based on salad and chewing gum. Yum, yum.
Yeah.
King.
It's me. Yeah. I like to dance around to my own beat. Nod my head as I'm walking down the street. I like to dance around to my own beat. Nod my head as I'm walking down the street. Make a new tune and keep it on repeat until I get sick of it and wanna amputate my feet. I like to dance around to my own beat. Nod my head as I'm walking down the street. Make a new tune and keep it on repeat until I get sick of it and wanna amputate my feet.
I try to take advantage of the things I haven't got, but they're mostly all illegal, and the legit things are hard to spot. Sometimes I wish I stashed my weed in my sock. I know it gets squashed, but it's either that or pot. Cause the old Bill just want me to live my life as a robot.
Are you known to us?
Well, I was hoping that you forgot. Maybe 12 cannabis caution seems a lot, but I wouldn't give you my weed if I had it or not. I'll let any copper rot in a ditch begging me to undo the knot, then line up his head and take it off with one shot, and decapitate him in the middle of my writer's block. Disgusting, like a cokehead who gets high on his own snot. I grabbed my pen and transformed into guess what? The luminous vampire on a rampage you can't stop. I'm still me, and nothing's changed. I still look like Quasimodo, but slightly more deranged.
I like to dance around to my own beat. Nod my head as I'm walking down the street. Make a new tune and keep it on repeat until I get sick of it and wanna amputate my feet. I like to dance around to my own beat. Nod my head as I'm walking down the street. Make a new tune and keep it on repeat until I get sick of it and wanna amputate my feet.
You want the grand tour? Wait, I want the high score. And if I was in the Avengers, I'll probably be 4. It's not cause he's a thunder god and really hardcore, it's just so I get to beat up Robert Downey Jr. some more. You can't outshine me cause I'm way too bright.
Trying to light the end of a zoo with my Cyclops sight.
That Kinger guy's mad, he's a typical lad. He preys on women who can't subtract, multiply or add. And if you hate me, I'm glad. I know it sounds bad, but those sort of girls are easy to lure back to my pad. And it's all fun and games, we're laughing, having a lark, until I lock her in the dungeon blindfolded in the dark. Gave her one lighter with gas but no spark, and put a CD on of Susan Boyle singing Linkin Park. Is that torture enough? Did you call my bluff? No, cause I hadn't even begun to get fucking rough.
I like to dance around to my own beat, nod my head as I'm walking down the street. Make a new tune and keep it on repeat until I get sick of it and wanna amputate my feet. I like to dance around to my own beat, nod my head as I'm walking down the street. Make a new tune and keep it on repeat until I get sick of it and wanna amputate my feet.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Payne, what's wrong with your brain?
KinGer.
I'm good friends with this guy called Mr. Payne, but he gets payday loans every day to feed his addiction to cocaine. I'll continue to explain about this guy with no restraint over the effects it had on his pockets, let alone his brain. So let me think it over, he's never sober. There's more chance of you seeing someone on JSA driving a Range Rover. If he runs low on the beak, he gets some MCAT, pours it out, mixes it together and calls it Kit Kat. Racks up a line in a few seconds flat and offers it out until he feels comfortable in his own habitat.
And be like, KinGer, want one? It'll make you come across like a twat.
But how's that possible though? I already sound like that. I can't win, so I tried to make my fat line thin.
KinGer, you got virgin nostrils and you need to break them in.
I snorted it up and it tickled so much it made me cough, and it felt like Nicolas Cage was in my nose ripping my face off.
Oh, Mr. Payne, you ain't simple and plain. You look it, but you're gone in the head, so let me explain. Oh, Mr. Payne, what's wrong with your brain? One word, cocaine. Oh, Mr. Payne, you ain't simple and plain. You look it, but you're gone in the head, so let me explain. Oh, Mr. Payne, what's wrong with your brain? One word, cocaine.
Hey KinGer, don't you fancy a line?
I'm like, nah, Mr. Payne, can't you remember what happened last time? I was all over the place with a nose that was sore at 4 o'clock in the morning, and you still wanted to get more. Before he lost his job, he would conspire and work with so many ideas it would light up his whole face of a smirk. He would go home and apply for a credit card. Here's the quirk: he used his parents' name and made sure he disposed of all the paperwork. His first name is Craig, but they should have called him Tim. Nice but dim, with a chance of succeeding in life slim. So let me make it crystal clear, it's been way more than a year. Mr. Payne has substituted water for beer, and everyone was saying that his end was near. And he said, KinGer,
Have no fear, I've been doing this for years and I'm still here.
and to be fair, you looking worse for wear. I give it 2 years till you end up like an alcoholic in a wheelchair.
Oh, Mr. Payne, you ain't simple and plain. You look it, but you're gone in the head, so let me explain. Oh, Mr. Payne, what's wrong with your brain? One word, cocaine. Oh, Mr. Payne, you ain't simple and plain. You look it, but you're gone in the head, so let me explain. Oh, Mr. Payne, what's wrong with your brain? One word, cocaine.
That's it.
It's Moy. Yeah, I'm proud to be from the UK.
KinGer.
Now my shit don't stink.
Arr. I hope you enjoyed listening to the pirate sounding ganja farmer. I hope you enjoyed your stay at KinGersfield. Come back again anytime. Remember the things you need to do. Like, tell your mum the wop one.
Spark a fat spliff.
Oh, and I almost forgot.
And eat your nan.